Welcome to the wonderful world of the Pauper Gauntlet. The second round has gone better than I expected, but this deck, Green Grifters, voted in by you guys, is facing elimination. Because it lost in the first round to a horrible matchup. Where is it? There it is. And now it's for the tournament. We're going to move small counters. Counters from small creatures onto cool creatures with trample and unblockable. It's based on Stompy, but stage 1 is to survive with small creatures until we can play Viridian Joiner. We want to play first. And I don't think we can keep a one-lander. Play 18 forests. I think that is a bit low for a deck that's not as aggressive as Stompy. And this looks bad. But play the Simic Initiate. And it's all gonna rely on this Pit Skulk. If you can't block a Pit Skulk, if you can't deal with the Pit Skulk, if it doesn't run removal, I'm actually gonna do a lot here. So I'm all in on this Pit Skulk. Because he'll require a 5 power blocker. So that's my plan. Oh, it's Vault Boy Hunter. Sniping Green Grifters. No, it's Rosquetis. Sorry, Sam is just watching. Okay, Delver could actually be good. Unless he has a snap. No, that's not what I want to do. So he must not block. The whole plan falls apart if he blocks here. So let's hope he doesn't block. He didn't, of course. Why would he? So now the all-in plan begins. And he doesn't have anything in his deck that can block this. If he spells that to sprites the Rancor, I'm gonna have a problem. This guy seems so incredibly weak. Yes! No snap, please. Will it flip? Will the Delver flip? The most common question asked in Pauper. I want to see the Delver not flipping and then him casting Preordain to set up the flip. And then I'm gonna kill him. I don't want to see him keep 2 mana up. But then I'm actually gonna protect this Pit Skulk. But he doesn't keep 2 mana up. So days or no days. Ponder can still daze me. If I draw a forest, he can't. But he will actually be able to do 6 points of damage a turn. If I win off a mulligan of 4, this will be epic. He is obviously not attacking, so let's check the days count. Are you gonna daze me? Yeah, this is what I do. Smack. No snap. No snap, please. Next turn I'm just gonna keep Wines of Westwood up. Yeah, flip those Delvers. Make it exciting. Ponder is revealed. Actually, if I survive this turn and get to untap, I think I could win. I have 3-turn clock. He has a 4-turn clock. I shouldn't check the sideboard plan. Bringing in Scattershot Archer and Plummet. Ooh, interesting. Taking out Rancor. And Wines of Westwood. Thrive and Spider. Please don't snap me. Please. If he snaps me, I'm doomed. You can still Vapor Snag me. Uh-oh. He's looking for the snap, but it is too late. Now I can still snap and counterspell. But I think there is hope. There is a small trinkle of hope. And I don't want to get any more decks eliminated in the second round. I'm pretty proud of having eliminated only 3 decks. So I want this to win. I always want to win, of course, but this time I really want to win. Can he play something with... He can raise me with a Spy Golem or something next turn? And then he can kill me fast and I can kill him. Wow, this feels so weak. But Pitskulk feels strong. Pitskulk strong. Okay, now I can even protect him. Is there any chance he has a +1/+1 counter on something? No, I don't think so. Well, actually, a Spy Golem just wins the game here. Unless I draw a mana, so I can Wines of Westwood it up. This is intense. Very few decks can pull this off against Delver from a triple mulligan. But he has 5 cards and I'm sure they are pretty good. Actually, he just needs a Spy Golem and counterspell. But he needs to play 2 more power. And be able to counter my Wines of Westwood, as I'm going to masterfully top deck a forest. What the hell? Okay. That didn't seem very good. And now he keeps the Delver back, thinking he can block, but he can't block. He does not know what Pitskulk does. So a victory looks more likely now. That was weird. Do the garden. Yeah, I got a hang around looking at the Pitskulk. Oh, you are so great. Please kill that blue player, says the plant. I will, says the Pitskulk. Wines of Westwood doing work. Now he's trying to block. And he's going to discover that he can't block. And I am smelling blood in the water. I think Scattershot Archer is weaker than the Spider in any deck that does not have Quirion Ranger. But of course, getting this, we haven't seen any fairies. Wow. Will I win off a triple mulligan? I'm pretty sure he can't produce a 5-power creature. A 5. Yeah, that's impossible. Almost. And that guy is one turn too late. I wonder if he had it last turn. Then he seriously misplayed. And I win! Nice! Okay, we are bringing in Scattershot Archers. 4 Plummets, seems very reactive. A Bone Splitter. Take out the Rancor. Take out 2 Thrives. I'll happily do that. We still keep the Bioshifts in. 2 Spiders. What spider? Look for spiders. Aquastrand. And 2 Wines of Westwood. That doesn't feel right. I want to take out Bioshift instead. But here we go. So let's see if we can take another duel of the most powerful deck in the format. Wow. Well, I'm keeping a 2 land 5 spells hand, but it is very likely that I will have nothing. At least I can plummet that guy. Oh, all dressed up and nowhere to go. How many creatures do I play? 22. 2 of them are Cytospawn Shamblers. Though. Okay, I'm dead. I think. Okay, I'm gonna plummet on his turn. And then plummet on my own turn. Making it impossible for him to counter it. Unless he has days and I don't draw mana. But I draw mana, getting closer to my Cytospawn Shambler. Good to get rid of a counterspell there, because counterspell is the only thing that can stop the Cytospawn Shambler. No threats, please. Any creature now. I think Garruk's Companion is the creature I want to play. Might it be that he doesn't play the fairies? In that case, my Scattershot Archer seems really stupid. Please, please, a creature! Creature, please! Creature. Okay, why am I not F6ing? I'm not sure. Creature. Even if I have a creature, the hunger seems really hard to resolve here. Getting closer to the Shambler. Still got 21 creatures to draw. I would have wanted to bring in the Ledgewalkers for the bioshifts. Because a huge Ledgewalker is a hard thing for him to deal with. And we have the ability to make huge Ledgewalkers. Even though it is fairly useless unless it's boosted. He's looking for business. So many cantrips. He runs the full Ponder Preordained Brainstorm package. Maybe he's doing that over the fairies. Maybe it's mono blue control. We haven't seen a ninja either. Yeah, I think this is mono blue control. But we haven't seen any other counterspell either. I don't know what we're playing against. Mono blue control is of course worse, because then he will for sure be able to counter the Cytospawn Shambler when we play it on turn 69. Oh, creature! Creature! But it still has the counterspell. Bioshift seems really, really bad against Delver. Ouch! But that first duel was really sweet. I'm gonna remember that first duel. And not this. 2 mana left. Yeah, and I can hear you screaming at me that I should have mulliganed. But it's hard. It's hard to mulligan a hand that has almost all of it when you have just triple mulliganed. But yeah, that was probably a mistake. Looks like the Delver will flip, putting me on a pretty serious clock. But he doesn't keep up. Oh, of course, now it's his turn. So now it flips and he has a ton of counter spells for the creature I'm now going to draw. But he has so much stuff. 4 nasty cards. Which turn is this? 6. So he has missed the land drop unless he plays land here, meaning that all of his spells are business spells. Yeah, I like this guy. Please. Allow me to play the Viridian Joiner. No? What the hell? Still a counterspell. So no signs of being mono blue control. Is it Delver? Is it mono blue control? Is it just Delver with cantrips? So many cantrips. I think he has the full 12. But really, I should see one card that tells me it's either Delver or mono blue control. Maybe I will not even see it. Those 2 cards go into both decks. But now I'm dying quickly here. But I have one more duel. Uh-oh. The pain, the suffering. Yeah, that's a creature. Unfortunately, it won't be able to do anything before I die. Well, I'd better rancor it up right now. As if. He only has 2 cards. Okay, it's Delver. At least I got a no before I died. Yeah, that hand was definitely mulligan. My mistake. Or maybe I'm just being rotty. And here comes Ninja of the Deep Hours. No. Yeah, I got 2/7 mana, but unfortunately it came into play tapped. Let's do this. We might be facing the 4th elimination in the Pauper Gauntlet. Playing first. Okay, now I'm gonna mulligan sensibly. Oh, this I do not need to mulligan. Companion is great against Delver. We haven't seen a snap yet, but I'm sure it's in there. Or Whippersnags. Maybe he's playing Brainstorm over snaps. So, do I play the Joiner next turn? No, I just have to play another companion. Stupid fairy. For the spell status sprite on my second companion. That's an argument for playing the Joiner actually, if I draw a land. And I think I will now do so. But I don't draw the land. And I think that means that I actually have to try to play the companion. But it's just pointless, isn't it? But I can't sit around doing nothing. And there is an academic chance that he doesn't have what I think he has, but of course he has it. And he has done the Delver thing and out tempoed me. But he attacks. That means he has a ninja. No? Or something else good. The risk of another spell status sprite is enormous. But let's draw it out. Yeah, there it is. I want to play around spell status sprite, but I don't think I have the time. And Bioshift does nothing. As my Cytospawn Shambler is doing. Coral Net. Well, at least I found a use for Bioshift. Ninja. Oh, misclick. Bad. Really bad. Initiate. Yeah, but it's the Wines of Westwood that I really need. That's interesting. So okay, discard the right stuff. So if he counters my Wines of Westwood, if he plays a Spire Golem and counters my Wines of Westwood, that's it. Okay, now we can even raise me. There is a theoretical possibility I can use Bioshift, so I should discard the Cytospawn guy, because he will never see play. No Ninja? Okay, so if his last spell is a counter spell, I lose all my hope. But there is new hope. So I will now attack. Try to play the Wines. Failing that, I will play the Pitskalk. If this hits, it will be absolutely awesome. He has only one card left, but it is a Dispel. Still hit him for 2. Play the Pitskalk. So he has 4 power, I have 2. He has to have some disastrous top decks. And my hunger really, I'm really missing that. And now he can actually block the Pitskalk. So then I can bioshift onto the plant, making a 1/2. He didn't. So now I can get to 3 power, but that doesn't do anything. If he flips, he can kill me in 2 turns. If he doesn't flip, he'll take 3 turns for... I have to cast the Howl Pack and hope that he doesn't flip. And then at least I have a theoretical chance of winning. And I don't think he will block the plant. But if he blocks the plant... No, I can't rely on that. And now he must not flip for 2 turns. No, he still does 5 damage. But I can block with the plant. Yeah, he has to draw nothing. He has to draw only lands. And I have a couple of good top decks here. If he flips, I can still kill him with... He doesn't flip. But he gets a Bone Splitter, so he has a turn 2 clock. Anyway, so I now have to top deck a Wines, but I sideboarded it out. I've used 1, so I have 2 Wines. And that's my win. Ouch. And now we can actually block the pit skulk as well. Unless I draw the wines, of course. In which case I win. Now he would actually have won if the Delver flipped. No, he couldn't flip the Delver and draw the... Wow. Why doesn't he just move the Bone Splitter? Okay, this is it. Rancor gives me trample. And if he blocks now, he has to flip the Delver. But he just has to not block. But he blocks. That seems really bad. He shouldn't block. He only stops 1 damage. Please block. He blocks. I should have shifted, right? But I still have the Rancor. Should I have shifted? Not sure. Okay, if the Delver flips, I just lose. The Sprite would still be dead. I would still have the kill next turn. Interesting. Yeah, I should have shifted. Damn it! Ooh, that's critical. Playing too fast. But any graft creature... No, they don't have counters when they come into play. Bond Beetle is a win now. Hunger is. Wines, Snake Umbra, Rancor. Wow, I should have shifted. Damn it. Okay, so he has something in his hand. A blocker. Joiner doesn't do anything, does he? Wow! Whoosh! Wow! Okay, I needed help there, but I win! Green Grifters moves to round 3 despite all my horrible mistakes. Wow! Oh my god, I'm happy for that. Let's... Oh, wow. Okay, thank you for watching.